Okay. Should we start?
Yeah, we can start. I'm not. No one sent me a message saying that. Let me see. Nothing there.
Well, I think the best thing we can do when we get done is just send me the link, because I'm still going to tag it on my page regardless.
Okay.
There's still some people just, it's Saturday. It is what it is. My name is Alexandria Clark. I am 30, about to be 31 in November this year. Crazy how time flies. I am a mother of two. My little nugget is just all up in the, yeah. My daughter is 4, and then I have a son that's 6. We currently live in Virginia, but we actually moved here from Las Vegas. Actually, to be honest, I love Virginia so much more. Even though the weather is ridiculous, it's still really fun to be around. The job opportunities are better, but also I feel like it's given me the opportunity to expand my business, which is Herbalife Nutrition. I actually started it in Las Vegas when I was pregnant with my daughter. And I fell in love with the products, and to be honest, I think I just needed something to focus on, because I really wanted to have a healthy pregnancy. So having something structured was really important to me, and that's why I decided to do just the nutrition plan with Herbalife. But once I fell in love with it, I decided to do the business, and it's been history since. 4 years later, I'm still in it, and I am completely in love. But I'm super excited to talk a little bit more about that. I'll let Kai, I think it's Key, introduce herself.
Well, I'm Kai. I'm 26. I just started with Monat. I believe it was definitely in January, but I took my time, like baby stepping into the company. I didn't know what an MLM was, and come to find out, I've actually talked to previous females that wanted me to join theirs. I guess it just didn't resonate. So I've been baby stepping pretty much. I was using the products all along while baby stepping. And then one day I was just like, I literally can't stop buying more, because I'm going to try this. I want to try that. This must be something I really love. So I decided to also just be like, you know what? This is what I want to do. I want to be a paid influencer, and I want to work with this company. And that's kind of that. I'm originally from Baltimore. I moved to North Carolina. It was a few family members here, which is why I chose North Carolina. And then I also knew some things were easier, like get my own place and driving and things like that. Now, fast forward to today, I take care of my dad. So like definitely having that extra source of income will help out. And I also help with my mom as well. I'm not going to say take care of her, but I take care of her as well. And I own a franchise, and I'm a YouTuber. So I like to vlog everything.
I was thinking the best way to kind of go into this is just kind of starting with a question, maybe giving our answers towards it. I'm sorry. So I know when it comes to MLM or multi-level marketing organizations, there is some positive and negatives to it. So what was the most that attracted it for you? Like, what was the most attractive thing to you in it?
And like I said, I didn't even know, like for my first maybe month, maybe 2 months, I didn't know it was an MLM. I didn't. I'm sure I might have heard one of the girls say MLM, but not really. What attracted me to Monat was that I talked to one girl. I ended up talking to 2 different girls. They both were like, babe, whoever you want to go with them. It's no bad blood. I like that about it. I like that they're really big on teaching you how to use your social media to make money. But it's not even just about, hey, promote Monat all the time. You know what I mean? It's not just about Monat. Their biggest thing was, hey, Kai, who is Kai? Figure out who Kai is, love Kai, and grow as Kai. Period. Monat is just an addition. So I really love that about Monat. They always talked about that gratitude program, and I'm just like, all right, so they give things away. But to actually have big big movements with it and how they want to spread gratitude out the world, how gratitude is the attitude, all those little catchy phrases, and all you really hear the girls talk about is personal development, personal development, personal development, and then an extra source of income. You really ever like, Monat is there, but they want to take who you are and what you're into and what you do and make money from that. Just incorporate what you're already going to do. You're already going to wash your face. You're already going to wash your hair. So the gratitude within a business and definitely the girl support within the business is real. And I really love that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I completely agree with you. And it seems like that's probably the same thing across all MLMs, is that fact that you get so much, first of all, you get so much support, and it provides you a different perspective on the type of person you are and who you can be. And I think it speaks to when you're actually going through the process, especially with personal development, when you're starting to see those changes of what's being implemented with you, with your mentorship. So you have the products, you're working on yourself, but there's also a different aspect that I feel like you get when it comes to MLMs. It's just more of a, not only a physical, I guess, aspect of it, but it's more of a mental thing. So that's actually really good. So I guess, can you talk a little bit more about your products and like what was your favorite?
Yeah, so we offer vegan skincare and hair care. We just launched a wellness line. So the first thing I started with was our hair care. I have tons of it here. I'm just going to talk about this briefly, the dry shampoo. I honestly heard about dry shampoo, but I didn't think it was for Black people. This one is gone. I was just like, dry shampoo, that doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, so I tried it, and I videotaped myself learning how to use it on my hair. I can't just spray it and go. I have to part my hair into 4 sections, spray it, and then comb it out real smooth. So right now, honestly, the dry shampoo is probably hands down my favorite for that, because it moisturizes my hair in between wetting it. This may be weird, but I'm just a Black person that wets their hair pretty much every day. But in between wetting my hair every day, throw this on it. It knocks out any type of scent, and it really does absorb that oil that may be in the scalp. And it gives me I can comb through my hair way easier, dry. Like, I didn't have bed hair, toss and turn under covers. That helps with that. The Rejuvenique oil that we pride ourselves on, I probably have it in my purse. That's definitely a top favorite of mine because I can use it from hair to skin. So literally on like pimples, blemishes, you can put on there, your lips and everything. Those 2 would be my top 2 because that's what I use the most. Now I do have skincare as well. Out of my skincare, my favorite will probably be right now the makeup vanishing cream. And this is my favorite at the moment because I have a new schedule at work and I have not been able to do my whole skincare line all the time, to be honest. Like, I'm just way too lazy. So if the makeup remover, I actually put that on my face. I rub it in and it still removes the impurities that's on the skin. And it leaves it feeling so silky smooth. It's like, the balm is like of a coconut oil texture, but it's not as oily as coconut oil, but the texture is the same. So it's really weird. Like, on my last call, I put Sharpie on my face and rubbed it off with just this. So I actually tried it. I was shook. Those would be my top 3. Now I have a lot of other products over here. Like, I just got the wellness line in as well. This would be my 3rd day taking my pre-probiotic capsule. I'm going to try my Total Greens today, and the Natural Health actually wasn't a horrible tasting as I thought it was going to be. I thought they were lying for the heck of it. It wasn't bad. But yeah, I'm constantly buying more things. Like, the Rejuvenique sheer is the exact same thing as the Rejuvenique oil, except for it's like a sheer. And before I got this, I was thinking, if they made this into like a hairspray, all of us have that hairspray, whether it was Cantoon or the one in the blue bottle, you just spray it. So if they made that into that, we would make money. They have a sheer, so this is my next favorite. like I just use it when I got out the shower. I just spray it all around and wipe it, opposed to the droplets. I have like our oil, it comes in little droplets. So you drop it in your hand, you rub it in. But this, I just spray it and go. So the Rejuvenate oil, the dry shampoo, and the makeup vanishing cream is definitely my top 3 at this moment.
So, because they all sound amazing. So what have been your results with them? Like where were you before? Because everybody probably does something to get maybe longer hair, you know, growing nails, better skin. Were you breaking out or anything, or what was the situation?
Yeah, for my hair has always been long, and I've always let it, it's like a stress reliever to keep wetting my hair. But my hair will stop growing here. This is right under my bra strap. For some reason, I don't care what I would do, it will always stop growing here. And I didn't know, because I'm still a pretty much lazy female. I'm not into fashion. I'm not into personal care and skincare and all that. That wasn't a thing of me. Some things you just have and you don't have to work on. So you think. But when I started learning that I only use like the moisture sheer moisture, and like Cantoon, because I thought that was best for my hair. But other products have, when they like make it shiny, it's waxing your hair. It's putting a coat of wax on your hair. So it's stopping your hair follicles from growing, which would explain why it grows, it just stays about here. But ever since I completely, like, I gave all those products to my mom, like the whole shing bang, because she still loved those products. And I just use just these products. My hair is past my navel. So I'm talking, this is my navel, this is where it was. My hair is here. It's like hitting here. And what I thought my hair texture was is not quite that. So our products also start to reset the pH on your scalp. It starts to get your hair back to its natural root. Some of the products, like this product here, it works from the inside out. So it's a double serum. It's the Inner Force Reconstructing Serum. So when you put this on, it starts within a hair cuticle and then work out. So my hair isn't as big as I thought it was. My curls aren't as tight as I thought they were. So I would dye my hair from time to time because dye would loosen the curls. Well, that's really naturally how my curls are, come to find out. They're pretty loose, if that makes sense. Now, I still get a big afro bush, but the curl pattern isn't as tight. So that's what that's done to that. As far as my skin, around the same time, I tried to go vegan eating wise for a month, and I did it wrong. I wasn't supposed to just stop eating everything, and my face broke out really bad because I did it wrong. Like my body was like kind of going cold turkey from everything. You're not supposed to do it that way. So when I started using these products, it did start to clear up my skin. But the only thing I didn't really realize about my skin is if I had oily or sensitive type of skin. I never knew. And from what I can see, it definitely made it a lot smoother. I still have some blemishes now I need to work on. But that's because I haven't been washing my face and been doing the exact same thing all over again, whether it's not having a good eating patterns, I don't really eat, or from just not taking care of my skin. And now that I'm getting older, I actually need to care for my skin because now I'm starting to experience blemishes from before. But when I use at least even if I just do this, if I have a blemish, which right now it seemed like with the whole mask situation, this would be my problem area. And with just using this daily, it keeps the blemishes from coming up.
Yeah. Yes, I get that a lot too. A lot of masks just break me out. It doesn't matter what type of fabric, it just never fails. The other thing, along with this, because it sounds like you have amazing results. What is your daily method of operation? Like, how do you promote? And not only that, how do you do all of that within work? Because I think you said you have a full-time job. How do you do all of that or manage everything?
So with me, I simply just try to build a genuine connection. So I thought I was good at connecting with people, but I wasn't. I didn't try to go get to know anyone new. I didn't try to go out of my way. Now, if I'm standing right in front of you, I would give you compliments from head to toe because that's just me.
Right.
But I was horrible at that online.
Mm-hmm.
So my schedule kind of changed. So it's really based on whatever my primary job is. But what I can say is I make time to genuinely talk to someone that I actually find interesting. If they take very good photos, I want to converse about that. If they're another YouTuber, I want to converse about YouTube with them. I just make genuine connections. It's not even trying to sell you nothing, because when you come to my profile, you're already going to probably have questions anyway. If you want to know about what I do, then I'll tell you. If I see an opportunity that may can help you, then I'll tell you. But other than that, I'm just in the business of just making genuine connections with people.
Right.
And it fluctuates. Right now, it's every morning. I'll go into work an hour to 2 hours early so that I can try to work on content. I'm not really good at content, so it takes me really long. Or work on YouTube, work on my franchise. And honestly, I've been giving a lot more. So a lot of the money that I make from this business, I'm constantly buying things to make goodie bags for, because I have so many people in mind, and I like for my goodie bags to kind of be customized. So I'm constantly giving more, which, because I give more now, it just feels good. I always gave, but sitting down and using the talent of being crafty to giving gifts that's pretty much what I spend a lot of money on.
Yeah.
Giving.
I can see that, yeah, because that's the same reason why I even joined, is just because, I don't know, that's just the feeling you get when you help somebody. And sometimes even if you make a sale, sometimes you don't make a sale, but regardless, it's just, I don't know, that helping factor, or just seeing a smile on their face, or just knowing you just gave some nuggets to somebody that they didn't know before. I don't know what it is, but it feels super satisfying.
Yeah.
Every single way. And I think that's why I keep doing the business, because I'm like, it feeds me, it feeds me helping others. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's more of a humanity thing, possibly, but that is so good. So to the people that are probably watching this, what would you say for working your MLM versus working your full-time job? What are some of the differences that people can expect, or not just expect, but how can they build themselves up to do it, to actually sign up with whatever business that they choose?
I would definitely say that if you're going to work an MLM, you have to treat it like it's your own business. I own a franchise. So a lot of the anti-MLM videos that I watched, because once again, I was uneducated. I didn't know what it was. I wanted to figure out, what are these people talking about? Those people could not have owned a business. Let's say I spent less than $400 to get majority of this stuff to use on myself. My franchise costs a couple thousand. You have to get the products, if you know what I mean. So that's the first thing, is you have to look at your MLM as your business, because in our little write-up that our company had to give to Florida, it says we don't have employees.
Right.
Our market partners are not our employees.
Right.
They create their own business. You bring in your own revenue, you bring in your own business. It's how you make your money ultimately. So definitely look at it as your own business. You can write it off if you need that. If you need to constantly say, this is my own business because I can write this off, then that's how you need to look at it, because you can. Secondly, I would say you will have to make the time. As a franchise owner, they told me out the gate, oh yeah, you're a franchise owner, but I would say start this off as a part-time job. Everything you may have to start off as a part-time job. You can't beat yourself up because you spent $200 on this and you still have to work your job. No. Everything you start small, because your investments that you get from this business, if you put it back into your business, the more sustainable it be. So for me, I'm constantly buying new things. How can I come to Lexi and be like, hey, Lexi, you should really try this if I haven't tried it myself? So whatever you make from your business, I would say put it back in your business. So that's why you're keeping your job that you may hate. But that should fuel you to go harder here. So definitely make the time and definitely look at it like it's your own business. And when I say make the time, some people had to sacrifice weekends. Some people had to sacrifice partying. For me, I make everything business worthy. So I personally need my break on my weekends. My business is fun for me right now. Monat is fun for me because I look at it as I'm a paid influencer. Right. That's fun for me. So I don't have to discipline myself to step away from having fun. But some people may have to sacrifice their weekends and say, hey, I'm horrible at content making. So every weekend I take 2 hours a day and just make content for the rest of the week. For me, I try to make content wherever I'm at, however I look. If I look busted, you're going to get this busted content. Sorry. Sorry. You're going to get it.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I really like that. I think there's a lot of commonality in between Monat and Herbalife because we believe in the exact same things. Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, any entrepreneur business you choose, like you said, you have to make the time for it. But and you said it earlier, but it's a part of your life. It's not all of your life. And you have to kind of find the balance in between incorporating it, but still being who you are, but just showing elevation and everything. So that is really good. Yeah, keynote, you can write off these businesses, right? I think I get more, to be honest, in my taxes for having this business than anything else. Like just regular, using my regular W-2s, not so much. But yeah, like it's a write-off, making it an investment for sure, because your products is the whole star of the show. So if you're not constantly showing that, what you're into, what you're doing, how they affect you, what do they do? Like people like to have information and then make an informed decision, but a lot of it comes from those visuals showing, having those results to back you up. It may not just be yours, maybe it's somebody else's, a client's, a friend's, a family member's. You never know, people talk, right? So having that investment back into your business is super key. And then also, not just in your products though, you can see that she's wearing Monat shirt, or what is it called? I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. Branding. Branding yourself outside of that. So that's really good. I love it. I love everything that you've done. You said you've been doing this since April?
Pretty much since April. I started in January, but that was just me using the products for months. Barely talking about it, just using it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you said something earlier too that I think a lot of people fear is the fact that sometimes you're in it, but not, I think sometimes people don't really know where to start necessarily, because like you said, you had issues with maybe connecting with people, like making genuine connections. And it's funny because we're in a pandemic right now, and I feel like maybe we have nothing but time to make those connections, right? Like I need to talk to somebody. Who can I talk to about anything? I just need somebody. So if anything, like I feel like now would be the perfect time to join an MLM, because number one, I know people need extra income. We want to help people get as healthy as possible, skincare, internally, externally. I know with Herbalife, we work more towards your nutrition, your eating habits, making sure you know your vitamins and nutrients on a daily basis. To be honest, that right there, I'm not exactly sure how the food chain is working right now. In our area, it's a little bit scarce, especially with like fruit and vegetables. It's hit or miss sometimes. I have to be going to multiple stores to be finding what I'm looking for to make certain meals. So I'm thankful to have my products on deck in that perspective. But it's just so interesting to see how these things can come back around to assist you in so many different ways. So I think that's really good. Is there anything that you just wanted to say in particular, or maybe it's something that we didn't?
I would say as far as when it comes to MLMs, you just have to take everything with a grain of salt. Anything that you hear negative, you have to ask yourself, well, why are you saying this now? Type thing. What was your reasoning when you first started? What was that person reasoning when they first started? And I would say just stay true to yourself, because whether it's an MLM, whether it's a franchise, whether you just a sole proprietor, whatever the word is, you're going to have your pros and your cons. It's all up to you if you want to sink or swim with it. Because either way, you're going to learn something new. Whether it's a franchise, because I paid them a lot of money, whether it's a MLM who don't get as nearly as much as they do, you're going to learn something new. At least take that positive and make it even better for yourself going forward.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think the last thing I would say is just making sure you know, like you stay true to yourself, because I know with everything when it comes to MLM, especially if you're doing, or I guess promoting your business also on social media, when you're seeing so much going on, it's really hard not to compare yourself. So I try to always follow people that are not so much in Herbalife, but also other people outside of that. So I can make sure I'm not comparing myself to people in Herbalife, but I'm looking towards people who I want to be like, or who I want more so to grow my page to be like what do I want my market to be, things like that. But staying true to yourself, I feel like is the most important thing when it comes to this. And eventually, like when it comes to personal development, those things will come with time. But like you said, take it with a grain of salt, making sure you're using that personal development to your advantage, not just because I know some people just listen to it just to be having it on there, but
Stay
really
in the background.
Yes, but really truly listen to what's being told to you and implement it as well. So I think that's the number one thing I would say is coming into this business is just take your time. Take your time. Get to know yourself, your products, what you want to achieve, and then set a plan in place and then go from there. That's really all I had. But yeah, this has been fun and interesting.
You have a slideshow, right? Too?
Yes, I completely forgot. So thank you for reminding me, girl. I'd be like, oh well. Let me just see here. Oh, I think you have to enable it before I can share it.
Let's see. Let me do this. Participants. 2 and more. Allowed to record, make host maybe? Let's make you a host.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. And now I'm sure you should be able to do it.
Okay, let's see. Is it showing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So when it comes to Herbalife, we actually I like a lot of structure in my business. And once you come into, especially as a distributor, you'll get to see a lot of that. We have weekly meetings, but even as a client, you get day by day, if not week by week, instructions on what you should be doing. But just to give you a background on our history, Mark Hughes was our founder in Herbalife. He started at the age of 23. So that's when I say when it comes to MLMs, don't set yourself short. I mean, don't put yourself on like the short stick of, oh, I'm too young, or I've had this going on, or this and that. Like there's so many people in Herbalife that started from so many different backgrounds and made it work. This man made a multi-billion-dollar company at the age of 23. It's just starting at the age of 23. But he just wanted to spread the message of good nutrition based on the background of his mother, who struggled with using different weight loss products, but just taking advantage of it. And unfortunately, it did affect her in the end. But his dream was to have a reality, or the reality of it was to have Herbalife operate in over 90 countries, just helping people with their nutrition, how to use the products effectively. So of course, we do have amazing products. We've been in business for over 3 decades, now going into 4 a little bit. We are now open in over 90 countries, and we do have a support system for training and personal growth, which we do really thrive on. So don't be so, I guess, overwhelmed with so many meetings. It's just really to help you if you do decide to do this. But we do have about 7.12 billion in suggested retail sales as of 2016. That number has gone up since then. We just don't have it back just yet. But these are just some of our products here that we do help with. But we have digestive health, heart health, sleep and relaxation, which, to be honest, right now with my work week has been a godsend. Like I can't. Immune support, especially with the pandemic going on, if that's something that you're really interested in, if you just need some of those extra things in place, let us know. Men's health, women's health, children's health, healthy aging. Of course, energy and fitness is super key, especially when you're trying to work out and get back into a better lifestyle. Of course, we have things for you to be better with at that. And of course, we also have skin and hair care. But since I'm working with Kai, I'm going to let her handle that piece. But a lot of our products are scientific based. That's why they have such high quality, which is something that I really like when coming into this business, is knowing that somebody who knows what they're doing was looking over these products. So it just made me feel better about it. Also, because my kids like to have whatever I have. So knowing that the products were safe for them was completely everything. So I really thank Herbalife for that. And then lastly, of course, we have amazing products. Usually we do have what's called an Herbalife opportunity meeting. And basically we would share from other people's experiences the different product results. So you can kind of see like what their story is, what they did, because not every person's journey is technically the same. Of course, we all lose weight or gain weight, but some of the challenges can be different, right? So we always like to share that in those meetings. And of course, with that comes a great business opportunity. When you start to have amazing results, people want to know what you're doing, right? What you're using, what you've been up to. So that comes a business opportunity, so you can help others. And when it comes to, I think, MLMs, I think the thing with this is that people start to see it as more of I can't think of the word right now, a pyramid scheme. But to be honest, when you look at our country, it can seem like a pyramid scheme no matter what. So I don't really feel like that's even accurate, only because a pyramid scheme also involves no products, no nothing. You're just maybe placing money somewhere without it coming back to you. And that's not what we're about. So I just want to make that very clear. It looks like Kai is in agreement with me with that, because we want to make sure with any company, just like, I don't know, New York Company, Popeyes, for example, I don't know, whatever you want to think about. We're all here to sell a product, food, clothes, energy. We're all here for that, right? And every company has employees, supervisors, managers, retail sales consultants. I don't know, right? There's always working parts of a business, right? But in ours, we get to be our own bosses in the business. And that's what is so key. You don't have somebody looking over your shoulder saying, hey, did you make that sales quota? Hey, what are you doing today? Hey, did you do this product? No, you are working around your own schedule, right? I have a full-time job. I'm a single mother of 2 children, and I'm still able to do my business. That is everything to me with making extra income. No matter if it's $100 or $900, it's still impactful in our lives. So I just want to make that clear. But usually we would go into a presentation of the different resources, but I'm just going to keep it short. But we do have several different ways of you making a profit in your sales, right? Whether you're bringing clients in the business or bringing a distributor into this business, you have an opportunity to create income for yourself, and you can go as high as you want to go. So this is just an example of how it works. If you want to know more of the specifics, get with me and I'd be happy to get you into one of our meetings. But otherwise, that's it.
Awesome. I really love that slideshow. I'm going to either have to find one within a company or make one. But that was, instead of, the little document, I'm like, well, let me get me a little document together. No, I need that. That's what I need.
Yeah, girl, PowerPoint has been my best friend, not just with Herbalife, but all this week with projects and stuff. So I've gotten really good at it and learning different things. But if you need help, just let me know. I'll be happy to show you.
Yeah, we definitely have to do this again, even if it's just, a refresher a few months from now, just to say, hey, do you remember what Lexi did? Do you remember what Kai do?
Right.
Because it's all about what resonates to you. Like I said, I've talked to different MLM females before and it just didn't resonate.
Right.
And I seen a cartoon poster about being an influencer. That's how I started. That's what I seen on Instagram. It was not of a girl. It was a cartoon figure saying, paid influencer, luxury vegan brand.
Oh, yeah. And I look at it so differently than just that, because I'm not just about Herbalife, because I like to share a lot of my life too and what it goes on. So I have multiple titles, right? So I think that's what makes a really good IG page, is just showing who you are overall. But the influencer thing, I mean, I don't know. Some of them I'm just like,
Yeah. That was an ad. So I don't know how long Instagram been doing ads because I never paid them any mind, but I just seen an ad and that caught my attention. And then I went to her page, and she's an interior designer, my mentor. So her page said nothing about being an influencer, like at all. So I'm on there like, what am I up here for, sis? But I actually I sent her a DM like, okay, I'm not quite sure what you're influencing. Can you tell me more? But yeah, that stuck out to me. So it's really about what stick out to that person. So like, hey, if you want to, do more stuff with nutrition, you need to hit Lexi because she would be that pro in that field. If you want to do maybe something more like influencing, and I say influencing from myself, other girls in the business, they label it something differently because we have people that's in the fitness. My mentor, she's into design. But influencing caught me because that's ultimately what I want to do. That's why I have a YouTube channel. So I think that we should definitely do this again.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
Just refresh everyone.
Yes, I agree. Hopefully, maybe next time I'll bring in some other people to talk about it, like my coaches, maybe.
Yeah.
That way they can just say, because they have a different experience in this, I'm sure. So it'd be interesting to see how they feel about MLMs and how it's impacted their life. But cool, this was so exciting. I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, I'll invite some people too then, and then we can just make it like a big educational conversation. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do with teaming up with other MLMs. I think another key point that should be touched on is just because you're two different businesses don't mean you're enemies. You can still collab and work with each other. And I told another girl that, and she was just like, so collab how? Tell me what you do. I mean, you called me, right? You wanted me to join your team. Pitch it again. Because just because it didn't work for me, I might have 5 people that I follow that it works for.
Right. Yeah, and I think it's also important, just on a completely side note, as Black women, we stick together because it's just tough right now. So any support that we can get from any one of ourselves is super key to me. It's really important to me. And I really want to see more strong Black women be a part of these types of businesses because I feel like we can give so much. We have so much backbone in us. And I feel like if we just push one another and support one another to be better than who we are, what we're seen to be, is so key. So I hope that more will join us.
Definitely. And I mean, I personally would love for my team to be labeled a POC, people of color, or woman of color. That's what I want my team to be. And that's what I'm targeting when I'm reaching out to different females, because ultimately some people were just as ignorant as I am. I was completely ignorant. I didn't even know what an MLM was, but there may be another sister that she may know what it is, but she may not know the benefits. She might've just heard only the negative, but she could use the glow up. She could use the nutrition, or she can use the income, or maybe she could just use the support. And that's what I'm really trying to build. I don't care who you decide to go with. Either way, both of them have these, it seems like every MLM have this support group that you can benefit from and that you can ultimately make a living from. So yeah, I think that'd be super dope. So I'll definitely stay in contact with you about that. And I really do. It was something that was up there, either the sleep and relaxation, if you can send me something on that, or even the energy part. If you can send me something on that as well. And then my mom, actually, she probably would need some something to gain weight more so from, because she seemed to be losing it more and more every day.
Does she have any medical things going on? It's just okay. I just want to make sure.
Because in her mind, and I used to think this for a long time too, we thought if we take Ensures, we would gain weight. So, but she's not understanding.
Take what is it called?
If we take Ensures.
The drink. Oh, girl.
The drink.
Okay, go ahead. I thought it was something quite different. Woo, okay.
But I was telling her that Ensure is really just a meal supplement. So you're going to stay stuck where you at.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, I got you.
Thank you. Thank you. Because she just ain't listening to me. I got my Ensure.
No. But I do want to get, because I do actually have, I just need something stronger here, because I actually do use my Herbalife skin products, but I just wanted to see if you guys have something for like cysts, because sometimes they'll pop up from like just hormonal, what is it called? Just hormonal changes. Ever since I had my daughter, I've just had really bad like hormone activity going on, and it breaks out every now and then. So if you have any,
that you said that, yes, because one of the girls that I'm really close with in the biz, she has really bad acne, and when I was just with her, she was talking about something about cysts under the skin, but for her it's worse because it's just like all over. So she's the one who told me that when she's not using the skincare, that she typically just use this. Like, so if she wakes up really quickly in the morning and she have to go, she rubs on a vanishing balm really quickly. And she said that's been helping. But what I'll do is I'll also ask her, like, as far as the cyst part go, is there anything she could pinpoint besides the balm and the vanishing balm and cream? But she said it's helped with her breakouts. And I'll send you before and afters of hers, because I never knew what cysts were under the skin until she mentioned it. And you can see if that will be something you can resonate with.
Okay, yes, I really appreciate it. Make sure you send me your emails too, because I can send more information that way.